Hello and welcome to week 7 on the Red Robin project. 7 in the back. I'm not joking. A log's just gone flying past. People can do what they want. So welcome back to the channel. It's week 7 on the Red Robin project. We've got a big week actually. Like, we're finally at the point where we can, that wall's done. So Harry is just cleaning it off and just making sure it looks neat and tidy. And I'm around the back. What we've done this morning is we've prepped all this area. So the dumper is back, as you can see it over there. And this bit is obviously going to be planter, but it's still mud, and I don't want all that mud going all over the fresh stone. So we've boarded all this out, sheeted it. So Harry's going to drive in here. We're going to have 2 barrows here, pouring into the barrows, going all the way back, starting at the back, tamping it and coming all the way forwards. So that's the plan of action for this morning. Hopefully they'll be here soon. They reckon about 11:45. So yeah, hopefully they'll be here soon. But I'll show you what we're up to. There's the dumper. Harry now is just cleaning up this. And it does look so much better once it's just had a bit of acid on it. And that's it really, we're just waiting on the concrete to arrive. So hopefully that arrives soon. The next video you'll see will be the time lapse of the concrete. So yeah, there we go. 7 in the back. Harry's ready. Yeah boy, more concrete. Well, that's it. I'm covered. Hands are burning. God knows what my face looks like. Probably covered in concrete. We are done. Look how big that is. Look at it. That's going to be some space. Some chill out area, I tell you.
Finally go for a wee.
Happy?
Happy.
What's the clean up like?
Cheers, Bob. Appreciate it.
Cheers, mate.
Is it? You got an account? You have an account?
Yeah.
So yeah, fine.
Just I'll phone Carl now.
Yeah.
How much is it? Or do you have to wait?
No, I'll input it now. Put it down as 5.
Yeah.
It's just over though. But
She'll do it now.
yeah, so. Appreciate it anyway. Have a good one.
Nice one. Cheers, lads.
See you later, mate.
See you later. I need to phone Richard. We've had to get rid of some in there, unfortunately. It's not what we want to do really. Luckily the skip company is from them. So there we go. What a beast.
Hello!
Richard.
How are you doing, brother?
Good. Right, it's we're done with it.
Right, you need to speak to office, mate. I'm in groundwork at the minute.
Right, sound. Easy along, easy along.
Oh, you're at Gim first.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling. Please hold while we put you through to a member of our team.
What, I don't even need to ask him to fucking clean. Don't even need to ask him. Get the jetty out.
What's in it on?
Hi Renita, it's Alex. It's not really made much mess, is it? It's not made much mess at all. Yeah, mate, 4.5, 5 cube.
Good job, didn't have a fucking job on after.
That'd have been some barrowing.
Mate, be here till fucking 9 o'clock tonight. Trying to fucking get up there. I think I'll like quarter full at most. You'll be here forever. You'd literally be here forever.
Hello, welcome to day 2. It's actually day 2, but it's Wednesday today. We had a day off yesterday. I had some admin to do. Put the camera that way because the sun is right in my face. And Harry was off, so admin day, let this dry, which is the pad. Now, overnight we've had some sort of massive bird, which we think is a heron, because look at the prints. I mean, look at that, and then it's pecked. And it's pecked some of that out with its massive beak. Never had that done before. Never had a big bird on there anyway. Morning, Jamie. And busy day today. We've got loads of like little jobs to do. I've made a bit of a list this morning. Harry's out here putting a mix on, doing some little bits. I'll go through what we're doing today. Finish off this wall, that's going to get done, and all of the pillars need filling up because they need to be solid. So obviously attaching the gate to the gate posts and then the gate, obviously both of them, they need filling up. I'm going to finish off this step because that goes into the wall here. Then I need to put the manhole cover in, get that done, spread that sand, get it all whacked, clear this area. While I'm doing that, Harry is going to be over here fitting the rest of this fence. He's already marked it up. He was just waiting for the battery and the SDS to charge. He's going to do that. I'm going to build this up a little bit higher because the porcelain's got to go on top of it. Then I'm going to get Harry cutting the porcelain ready for putting porcelain on. If we get that far today, I'll be very impressed. Just in case anyone wants to know what the inside of the drain manhole cover looks like, I'm not joking. A log's just gone flying past. And I'm about to get in there and clear out that, because see if I can pull that back a bit. If we see that brick and all that stone, it's going to block, and eventually that'll fill up with shit. Literally. We can't have that. So I've got to put this new manhole drain on. It's actually made in Britain. Hey! Nothing's made in Britain anymore, and that is... Yeah, so I've got to now brick ground this, get that drain cover on, and then I'm immediately going to go in the house and have a shower. They're always very hard to get in these because
Can't bend down.
you can't bend down. Well, I can't anyway. Oh. Probably can't even see what I'm even doing. Could do with a smaller geezer getting in there. It's hard to get in. So all I've got to do is clear this. Oh man, it's pretty hard to be fair. I need to get the hose now. That's hanging. Right, so that's done. Now I need to build around it, put that over the top of it, concrete that in, and that should do it. But first I'm going to go and wash my hands. So I'm going to explain what the function of a recessed manhole cover actually is. Basically, it's a manhole cover with a tray in the top, so you can still fill it with the same surface that's around it. Instead of seeing a metal cover in the middle of the garden, it blends in with the finished area. In this case, we'll be filling it with artificial grass, so it sits flush with the lawn and is almost invisible, but you can still lift it up if you ever need to access the chamber underneath.
Little tiny ears. Ah, I got tiny little ears, me.
I hate it when you do it in the barbers, me.
Do you? I don't like it. I mean, I fall asleep in the barbers, me.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm not literally got to like force myself. Like, Harry, stay awake. Plenty to go. Oh no. Oh yeah. Fills up quick at least. Fills up quick. That's what's a little bit more now. Yeah, 2 more courses. Lost a bit more in that first one, just right to the top. Yeah, I'm winning, course. Thank you. Hang on, let's have a little shimmy shimmy. Oh, it's literally now. It's not even a course. Not even a course.
Yeah, you fuck all, eh?
Yeah, literally. By the time you've poured it, you're probably too much. Yeah. Oh yeah. Freshly lit.
I've literally just laid.
Oh, you're joking. Oh, they've been here. It's been here for a week, hasn't it?
You've actually just.
Ah. Yeah, first one's defo moved.
They've all moved. How far?
Near enough there, that. Literally a handful. Yep.
This one, end up.
Fucking cold that. Fucking cold that.
Quite like that. That was out as well. So that's all done now. If you're looking at it and you're thinking, that looks shit. Well, it does for a reason, because it's never going to be seen. So that has gone smooth, and all of this bit is smooth, and all of that bit, all that back is going to be stone, 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 stone. All this is for when the artificial turf comes level with this, we've got something to stick the artificial turf to. So all of this artificial turf, but underneath of that, so all this bit is all resin, 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 resin. The end of that bit's porcelain. So it literally doesn't matter what that looks like at all. So what I'm going to do now is cut the front of this concrete bit out here. I'm going to cut that out, which isn't very interesting. So I'm going to put the camera on Harry, because he's cutting the porcelain for the top of this, the tops of those, and the top of that side. So yeah, nearly ticked off everything on the list today, which I'm really happy about. We are going to do a bit of a late one today. We'd usually be finishing in an hour or so, but yeah, so I'm just going to get Harry on the time lapse now over here. I'm going to put the time lapse on you. Right, okay, so I've put the tiles in place, just dry at the moment, nothing underneath, because we're trying to calculate something to do with the ends, which I'm going to now explain. So, middle of the wall is here. That's the middle, that's the joint. These tiles are 900mm wide, But as you can see, go all the way down, and we've got a little farting piece there at the end. Don't want that because it'll look shit. So probably other landscapers will just put that in, put one in at the end and forget about it, but it's going to look a lot better doing it the way that we're going to do it. So what I've done is I've quickly calculated how many tiles at 900mm we need across this wall, and it works out at 9. So if you divide 9 by the length of the wall, which is 7,505mm, and then take off the 5mm joint each one, it comes up to, I hope I'm explaining this right because I don't know, 828mm, which I haven't got a tape with me. That's what each one needs to be, and then we'll have symmetry all the way along this wall. So each tile will be the exact same. There'll be no cut at the end, no little farting cut. Oh, it's just gonna look so much better, honestly. I'm smiling. You can't even see.
I don't know what it's trying to fucking zoom in on. Is that clear when it actually does it? Oh, it's clear when it actually takes it. It looked blurry when it was showing it me.
Why is it fucking blurry? Mad.
But it doesn't help that I'm fucking covered.
Now we have it obviously still all in dry. Put my spacers in. Harry's just cut the first one. We've put curves on these ones because it's head height, so the good edges are obviously on the inside and the cut on this side, you can't get that any cleaner, because if you look underneath there's, I don't even know what you even call that, like a pattern, but it's kind of sticking out. So yeah, there's not much you can do on those sides, unfortunately. The good edges will be on the inside as you come in, and he's obviously sanded down curved edges because it's head height, and we don't want that, do we? Don't want bleeding heads. So we're pretty much set up now. I've moved all the tiles off. I've got everything ready, everything all prepped, mix on. Got the Pro Prime ready, which I'm going to do a separate explanation of that in a minute. So I've come up with some sort of concoction. I need my lining, which is going to be dead straight, obviously, running down the line. And the reason why it's off the wall is because I need an overhang. So I've got my tile in here, just a little piece, and you imagine I need this much overhang underneath, which is about 40mm. And then on the back edge it's about 30mm. The reason why it is because we're going to have a drip bead underneath here that will allow the water to run on the outside of the wall rather than on the inside. So I've set my line up, put these in, which just so happened to have worked out at 40mm. So you see that line goes all the way down, and I've set it so it's 20mm from the top of that tile, so that when I've got my tile up here, there's a 20mm bed of concrete underneath it, goes all the way along. It's because we don't want it too much, because we don't want a massive joint on it basically. So I'll do a separate video now explaining the Pro Prime. Right, here we go. Pro Prime Ultrascape. This is the best stuff you can get on the market. Now what a primer slurry is you mix that in with water, make it like a pasty kind of mix, and then like a butter kind of, like a soft buttery mix. That's what that's the consistency of it. Then that goes rolled onto the back of the tiles. Now the whole reason behind it is because porcelain is ceramic, it's porcelain, it's 99% non-porous, and basically what concrete does is you put water into the concrete. The reason why the concrete goes off is because whatever it goes onto, i.e. brick, draws the moisture out of the mortar into the brick and then sets. But it will still do it with porcelain, but it won't bond to it. So concrete will never ever bond to porcelain. If you don't prime it, in a month's time all your tiles will have popped back up and they'll just be ruined. Everything needs to be primed. Nowadays people prime everything. Will prime all the blocks, prime everything. It's just, that's your guarantee basically, you know. that for the price of a bag, you're absolutely guaranteed that nothing's ever going to come up. I've broke out tiles in the past using this stuff, and using like an SBR mix as well, which is what I used to use. And you break the tile out and the bed and the stone comes with it, like everything comes with it. Like it's unbelievable, unbelievably strong, this stuff. Harry's just cut that one. Oof. Let's see what that one looks like. We decided this morning to put this one in as a full piece, and we're going to see if Harry's cut it wrong now.
Chance.
Ah,
Not a chance.
what's it like? What's the overall like on the front? Look at that.
Somewhere
Hey,
around there.
didn't even test it either, did you?
Didn't need to.
Didn't even need to. It fit first time.
Say that every time.
So I go around and show all the broken bits. Right, I've got you on the head cam. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix this, get the mix over there. I'm going to lay one or two just to show you the process, and then we'll just put the time lapse on just to finish the rest of it, so that you can see the process being done. Just walking about with the camera on my head. Okay, pour some in. Always give that a spray down as well, because it's strong stuff. So then we get that in, get our roller full, and then we roll that onto the back of the tile, and we're good to go. Don't want to go too mad. So same technique as the bricks. I want to get a nice bed on. Okay, that should be enough. Now, when I put this stuff on the back, I want to make sure that I've not gone right to the very end, because of the overhang. So that should be right, that. There's no easy way to get this stuff on, it's just get it on. I always find a roller works nice. Nice and thick. There we go. And now, so going in there, bring that over. And basically, we knock her in up to the line, get it close this side, and then level, which I've left over there. Now we want it, that's perfect, we want it coming this way because we want all the water to go under into the drip bead. So that's pretty bang on, to be fair. That doesn't need anything else. Just check the overhang on this side, check the overhang on that side, beautiful. Nice. Level as well. And basically, come underneath this side, sort of preemptively get it pointed up, because that's all it needs basically. And now the all important, these are tile spacers. Put these in like that, one there, one there like that, and the idea is that screws onto there once we've got the next tile in, and it holds it in place. There you go. So we'll prime the rest of this, get another one in. Let's go. Same again, just taking the primer. Oh, nice and thick. Yeah, lovely stuff. Lovely stuff, mate. Picked that up the wrong way, didn't I? So, you'll see now. So they measure 5mm. Put her in. So see how they work beautifully. We'll tap her in. Make sure we're right. And basically, now, got two of these. Screw them on. Screw them tight, and it just makes sure that that's nice and level, and it's butt up against each other. Then we knock it down, and now should have the same fall, which is brilliant. There we go. So I've put them two in, you've seen that. So I'll throw the time lapse on now. Again, I'm going to need to butter under here. Making sure I'm getting the excess off. And that's basically all it is. You just want a nice pointed edge. It doesn't get pointed the same as the wall because it just looks so much better flat. I mean, look at that now underneath, it's perfect. Happy with that, looks really good, happy, brilliant. To the time lapse. Good morning. The weather's going to be amazing all week. Well, no it's not, because we woke up this morning and it's pissing down. Right, we've set everything up. We've put these up as a bit of a precaution for the GoPros under here not getting wet, and all the bags of primer and stuff like that we don't want to get wet. All that can go underneath that tent or umbrella tent. So yeah, we're good to go. Right, we're on the head cam. I'm going to do a POV of laying these porcelain on the floor, just to give you an idea of what we're actually doing. So we've got our workstation done, we've got a mix in there. Harry's just set up the cutting station, ready for filling in these cuts here. And then, yeah, I'm going to lay the rest of that, get those cuts marked up, get all that in. So first, let's get some of this mix out. I thought for week 7 we'll do a bit more hands-on stuff rather than just the time lapses. There's a lot more going on now. We're past the brickwork, so I can do more POVs for you all. There we go. Up our little ramp. Half fill these barriers because we've got to go up this ramp. Just make it easier for ourselves. So let's put a bit of mortar in the back of here. There we go. Right. So you can see I've put my string line in. Now people do it differently. I don't know why you would ever do it a different way. You put your string line in. So I've put my line in and I've put it like 6'10" off the wall. So it's 6'10" here and 6'10" there, and as you can see the gap on the wall is getting thicker. Now don't worry about that. If I was trying to go up against this house, you're fully trying to rely on this, which was built probably in the 60s, the 50s maybe. I'm not sure when these houses were built. You're relying on them to be bang on square, and it's just so much easier because these are 600mm. So if I take it 6'10", then I've got a 10mm gap, and as you can see at that end we're pretty much tight. So we've gone from tight up there and it starts getting a bit thicker. It's not as thick there, it's not as thick here. If I was right up against that, it would just be a nightmare. It's so much easier just to pull it back, and that gets filled with grout anyway and you'd never even know. So yeah, that's the crack with that. So like I say, I've got my string line in, I've got my levels, I've got my spacers. I do need to have a bit of a clean on these. When they're wet, they're very difficult to keep clean because everything sticks to it because it's so wet. So in fact, I might just do that now. Get the hose over and just give it a quick blast. So we're going to rake this out. Now you see loads of different people laying porcelain, laying flags a different way. People lay them with a trowel. Never understood it. I'll be honest, this is the only way to lay porcelain, and I'm telling you for a fact. If you see it on Instagram and you see people with a trowel, I've seen these people now that are using like an easy screedy. Forget it. This is what you need. You need a £10 rake and you need a big hood on a rake. It's as simple as that. I don't understand why people try and complicate it, and I'm not trying to be, oh, I'm better than you, it's not about that. It's about making the job as simple as you can get it and as quick as you can get it. Why would you not use a rake? You know, it's just simple. And laying off a line, I never ever lay anything without a line. The line never lies. You'd never lay brick without a string line. So why would porcelain be any different? You've got your level in there and you've got a straight line to go to. It just makes perfect sense. So, I mean, other people can do what they want. I'm going to do it this way, and yeah, it's the best way. But enough of that. You've got to get good on the rake though, that's the only thing with this. It's the best way, but you've got to get good on the rake. So Harry's painting that up now for me. And now all that's to do is put it in. We use a rubber mallet to put these in, just so obviously it doesn't break the tiles. These tiles take more of a whack than you'd ever think. There's a lot of people when you first start laying tiles, you tap, tip, tap, 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 but you can bang them. You can really smash them about. They love it. Oh yeah, I'm not showing you this sucker yet. We have got a DeWalt one of this. This is my original one. It's an electric sucker. You press a button, it sucks onto the towel, and then it gives you a handle. Do you want me to do it? She is a bad boy.
Have you, Pop? Have you, Pop?
She's got a good suck on her as well. And then look, simple as that.
When it's in the middle.
When it's in the middle, it's easy. Yeah, I've gone a bit high, I think. Let's see.
I'm going to stroke this gap.
Eh? And then we just whack it down. What?
Yeah, he looks at me now. Someone come in here, he looks at me.
So you can see it coming out here. So underneath now, that is a full contact bed of mortar, and that's what you want with porcelain. Like, gone are the days where it's dot and dab. It's got to be a full bed. What I usually do when I get to this point, you can see me moving around. I'm looking at each corner. I'm looking at my line here. I'm looking at these points. I'm usually having a feel. I'm a little bit of a lip there, so tiny bit more, a little bit more on this side, and now. See, it's not a good thing that it's coming through the gap, but it shows that it's a full bed. Just throw me that one that I've fingered. Yeah. Just get that in and get that out. And then, don't worry about that. It'll clean up. And these do two jobs. They keep the space of 5mm and to keep the tiles, the lip the same. Brilliant bits of kit. And then, now we know that's in place, we don't need to worry about that now. We can concentrate on getting this down to the line. It ain't coming out now. And that's it. So, clean up this edge for the grass. Take this line out now, to be fair. Peg out. Check the levels. So you can see it's on line that way, which means it's falling this way. If I take it to level, you'll see there's a tiny gap under here, which means when the water's on it, it can flow nicely away. You never want the water to be holding. And again, it's falling massively that way, which is what we want, because it's never going to hold water. You can see there's a little bit of water on top. That's just the surface. It goes, don't worry about that. This is a big fall, is what we call it. You'll hear me like going through like different terminologies. I'll try and explain them as I go. So when I'm talking about a fall, I'm talking about the direction of the tile which it's falling towards. The reason why this has got to be smooth, because artificial turf is going in here, and we're going to put a timber batten up against that, so that then we can screw the grass to it. So that's why that's got to be clear. So now Harry, if I give him the measurements for that, what I'll do is get this bed right, and we're going right up to it. I always leave this, I always do that, because the bed's slightly higher, so that I can get the tile down to it, so that it makes a full bed. So once I'm tapping down, the mortar will go like that up against, hence why I've left that gap, so that gap won't be there when I've hit the tile down. So that's why I do that. So we measure it, and whatever it measures, it's nice and easy. This one 425, so we cut it at 145. If Harry, oh, I tell you what, if Harry's put these in straight, it'll be the same measurement.
Say it again.
I said if Harry's put them in straight, it'll be the same measurement either side. 425 both sides. It is.
It is.
It is. 415. 415 is the measurement. But we've pretty much got this dialed in now between us, so Harry knows he'll be looking over, checking what I'm doing over there. He knows exactly the process. I know the process here. He's left that mix going. He doesn't know that I've come over to do it, but I may as well, because I've got nothing else to do over there now. Bit of water in that, give it a spin. And I want to have a quick check over this, because we're putting a new hopper in. These are called drain hoppers. So it's going in here. So that is a silt trap drain. It's basically going in there like that, but I need to break this out, put it over the top. I might not even need to cut it out, to be fair. I'll just cut this down. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll cut that down. Pops it above, so now that'll be roughly the same level as that. Cut round that, and then this will get filled in with mortar, so it's not going to be loose. So if they ever still need to get into that drain, they can simply take that off and they can still get to it. That bit we will cover around it, so we'll put mortar in here like that. I usually will cut a piece of this around it so that the stones aren't going in anymore. But yeah, we'll come to that. We're going to get all these bits cut in and that underneath. We're not going to put that back in because we'll never get it out again. So that goes in the skip. See if we can get it in from here. Oh, what a shot that was. Right, so while he's cutting that, I can get the rest of that bed at the back. Ah, that's another thing. The concrete we call a bed. A concrete bed. Back on the head cam, because I want to show you how we get around difficult cuts. I'll be honest, well, from my point of view, it looks way more complicated than it is. We've got to cut round that, and we've got to cut round this. But I've not put that in yet, and I'll show you why in a minute. So, Harry's already cut the tile, so what we do is we get the tile cut to as if that wasn't there, so we cut to the wall and to the wall, so that tile fits in here, but it doesn't fit around these bits yet. So I've just put that one in. So what we do is we get the centre of this bit here, so try and get the centre best we can. So 300, so it would be 29.5 off the tile, because we need to keep that 5mm gap in. So pencil is in here. I now mark 29.5 here. So that's the middle of that, and then we want to mark it out. So again, don't mark it off the wall, we'll mark it up to this, to the middle, so it measures just under 71. So it'll be just under 700. If we mark just under 700, and now we get this thing, which is the same width as that. Clever, you see. And what we do is mark that out past that point, get the middle. That's pretty good. Hold that and then mark around like that, and then I want to square them bits up. So now that's marked. That's now marked onto there. Nice and easy. What we do now is put this in, so it'll be up against the wall like that. So again, if I measure, so 63.5, so it'll be 62.5. Is it the same on that side? Yeah, it will be. It's on there. So 62.5. Mark it here. And then measure what that'll be. It's 55.5, so 45.5. Just measure that again. Yeah, 45.5. Now you'll see why I've left that off. Simple as that. So 62.5 on the inside. Oh, I've lost my lead. And then we put that in like that and like that, and we simply draw around it. And we even get those curved bits in. In the end bit, we don't. There's no point cutting around that end bit because it'll never stay on. So get rid of that, get rid of that. And I'll show you how we cut them. Nice, it's dead easy. Dead easy. So yeah, we'll whip round now, start cutting this. I knew it had.
Him do one cut. One cut.
So we're remarking it because I broke it. But I've realised while I come round that blade's not doing too well with the heat. So this is going in the bin because it's shit. and yeah, it's cutting into itself. The runner's not quite right, the blade's fucking, it doesn't work. So I have took all that off, took the pump off, attached those two wires together, put the pump on, and the pump is now putting out water. So Harry's going to cut your line first, just to guide.
Oh, cool. But I cannot physically get the grinder in with the gargle. So you're not getting a video of this.
Right, after over an hour doing that bloody cut, we're finally ready to put it in. Don't usually take that long, but because once one goes on you, I mean, it's part and parcel of cutting porcelain, unfortunately. Just so happened that it happened to me on that occasion. It's happened to us both many times. Don't worry about that. But there she is, in all of her glory. I mean, I've got to now be very, very careful of even laying it here, because it could snap at any point. Once it's in, it's in. Like, it's just a nightmare when you're actually cutting it. Yeah, I mean, they're unbelievably brittle. Once they're in, there's no issues. It's just while you're getting them in, just while you're cutting them is the issue. So I couldn't get any clips on, so I'm just going to put the spacers in place the old school way. I'm sure there was one more. Yeah. So there you go. Now to lay this, let's just have a quick look. Going to film this bit so you can see what I'm doing. I need to get a mitre on this bit because the porcelain goes this way and then that way, so we're going to get a mitre on it, which is very easy to do, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So 2 tiles, one underneath, one here, and you want to get this to the edge.
So you want to picture both sides on this?
Yeah. So, get them like that, okay, and now we mark a line there and a line there, and then we mark this one like that, and then draw a line from there to there. On that one's ready to cut. We've got a mark on here. And that's it. Simple as that. No angle measuring, none of that. Just simple, nice and simple. Back to the build, lads. Well, there we have it. Done. Well, let me tell you, that was a push to get that done. Trust me, that was hard work. Got it done now. Harry's absolutely knackered. I'm knackered. Yeah. I'm really happy with that. Well, that's it. That's it. Another week done on the Red Robin project. That was week 7. Fantastic week. Really happy with the progress. So yeah, thanks for watching again. And don't forget to like, subscribe and share and comment. Did I say that? I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you later.